Morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Ricky Villa TV, who's our Sunday session at the usual time where we pick apart the, well, I don't know what that was. I don't know what to call it yesterday. Spurs 3-0 defeat to Fulham. I'm joined by Grumpy Kev. How are you doing, Kev?
Well, it's a bank holiday weekend over here because it's Paddy's Day and it's completely screwed my weekend. So I'm having a social media blackout as well. So I'm trying not to get grumpier, shall we say? Yeah, due to
Right.
watching that.
It's hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's happy St. Patrick's Day to all our fellow Irish fans, Spurs fans, and all around the world. And to all the English people who, for some reason, really like to celebrate it. I don't know why.
Join in, yeah. It's rather strange, isn't it? I can assure you we don't celebrate St. George's Day over here. Yeah.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Bizarre. Apologies if my voice was out last night at a gig. Sang I wasn't performing. I was just in the crowd dancing and singing and stuff.
All right. That was the early one for us. We went to bed and watched telly. Watched a few box series, like so. Yeah, sulking as you do.
Yeah. It was a good gig last night. I'm glad I went out because otherwise I'd have just been kicking the cat or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. Right, let's get into it. Let's have a look at the lineup. So obviously the obvious change there, Dragusin in for Mickey van der Ven, who's injured with a slight hamstring, so shouldn't be out for too long. I don't think. What did you make of the lineup?
Yeah, I thought it was great, but then I thought Sarr in for Werner. I thought was strange, you know. Just an odd one, but I like to see start playing in there. But it's just a switch from last week. I thought first of all I looked at it, I thought it was just one change from last week, and then when I saw Sarr and Werner, I thought an attack happened, and I thought, where's Werner? I didn't realise I misconstrued the readout when I read it. Like, you know, I thought that's a good side. You know, I thought it was. Obviously, without Mickey, it's been a bit of a problem.
Well, I didn't think it would be because then, as we did the preview show yesterday, I was saying in there that let's not forget that when Dragusin came in on for Mickey against Villa, it was on the 49th minute, so it basically meant he'd led probably more than half the game playing Dragusin. So. And I thought he did all right. He made one mistake, but then made up for that mistake, which is the key thing, straight away. And I thought he had a really good game. So I didn't feel like, you know, it was going to be an issue, really.
I thought it was a shoe in. Yeah, it's going to be a shoe in. Like he was going to be just like for like.
Yeah. I felt comfortable with him in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like Dyer or, you know, where you just look at it and you think, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I felt all right with him in there, and he did all right yesterday. Although nobody did all right really yesterday.
He started off really well, but then it kind of, I don't know, they all withered.
Yeah, it's just timid. I think was somebody say it's timid. It's a good description of it.
Yeah,
what the hell? Like, I don't even. I've said before on here where we've not played well, but we've still won. About the tempo, and they were just a gear quicker than us to everything. Everything. Like headers, passing, everything. They were just, you know, that little bit quicker,
snappier. Yeah, they were. Yeah,
not a little bit, a lot quicker.
Yeah, I did notice they were fouling a lot, sort of 2/3 of the way out the pitch. You know. Going into their half, they were taking players down and that kind of stuff, which a lot of teams do to us now, and they get away with it, you know, as usual, you know. But we got to adapt to that, you know. You know, Maddison was targeted, obviously, for quite a lot, you know, taking him down quite a lot. It's the way they play now.
That kind of double foul that I can't remember who it was that did, and obviously quite rightly he got booked and everything. But I was wincing when I saw him go down. I was like, oh God, no, we can't.
Not again. Yeah.
Can't have this cycle come round again. Not now. It's my main man Porro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even he had like a average game. He didn't exactly set the world on fire.
I thought he'd done well in defence.
Yeah,
he was getting back quite a lot, and he was playing like a right back should. But his distribution wasn't great. But then the whole team was not passing to each other at all. They were selling everyone short every time. I counted about 30, and then it went up. That was before the end of the game. I read it was more like 40 misplaced passes during that game. They were just coming up short, and they were being intercepted.
Yeah, just like I say, but second to everything.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can't really, looking at that lineup, you can't really, I mean, I think anyway, can't really pick out anyone who made any like major mistakes or anything. It's just everybody as a whole. And do you know what? We're better than Fulham. We are better than Fulham.
Yeah.
Obviously they played well, but then, they didn't have a choice but to play well. If they couldn't have played worse than us. It's just bizarre.
A lot of people were slagging off Bassoon, but I thought he started all right, but he faded with the rest of them,
Yeah, they're all accountable for playing like that, and it's just like I said, timid. And for a couple of the goals there, I suppose technically you could say it was Dragusin's fault. I think first goal, when it gets past him over on the right there.
Yeah.
And Dragusin does come across, but he just doesn't get there in time before the shot gets away and goes in.
I don't really think he realised he was behind him. I don't know.
And then, and that's the thing. I suppose if you're really going to be really picky, Mickey van der Ven, I think, gets there before the shot gets away.
Puts a block in,
yeah. So,
sorry. I was saying the second goal, they didn't show a replay of it, and I swear one of their players, or maybe two of their players, was offside in that move, but they never showed a replay of it when the ball was played forward.
Yeah,
it's funny that I thought, where's VAR? Because it was that close. Normally they say they check everything. There was nothing said. It was just like it was a great goal in real time, But I was slightly doubtful. Why they didn't do the VAR? I just thought, it looked a bit off, but they didn't look at it at all. They didn't say anything at all, nothing.
Yeah.
The third one was just a scramble, just one of them, a mess.
That was pure bad luck, that wasn't
it?
It was. Vicario doesn't do anything. He's got the angle covered. He's done everything in space. I suppose he could have caught it, but punched it away. But to the way that falls
it came off Ramiro's nose as well, didn't it? That's what didn't help, did it? It's kind of slight deflection onto the post and through everyone. Another day it would have hit the post and gone out. But,
blimey, like even Madison didn't really
inspire.
Just trying to think of any like amazing stuff that he did, but can't think of anything.
The shot. I thought that was going wide, and I thought it was going wide, and then I thought I see the net ripple. I thought it's in, and I thought no, it's out. Bloody hell, that was a game changer and all, So it's one of them. But they were running into blind alleys all the time, into crowds all the time, and Son wasn't at the races at all yesterday. I don't know what was the matter with him. I said he must have the flu or something. He's playing with the flu or something. He wasn't there. He hopeless, headless chicken all day.
Yeah, just
hate to see it. When they're struggling like that, they shouldn't be playing.
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, when you look at it, right, like it defies all logic. Look at the Aston Villa result. Away from home, clean sheet, and the thrashing, 4 goals we put past them. And like I was saying on the preview pod yesterday, let's just go there and get the job done. That's all you have to do, is do the basics of what we're good at, and we win.
Yeah. Don't just say on paper you're a better team, it and all that,
Yeah.
It went out the window. Why, I don't know.
We're better than them. Like, why can't we just? I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
could have set a record yesterday if we'd have won.
Yeah.
It's against Fulham. Just a reminder for you Fulham fans out there. We've beat them 7 times away. We've got more away victories against a single opponent than anyone else. which is 7. So that would have been the 8th time, which would have been the record. But 7 times, and like, I don't know about you, Kev. I don't really give a toss about like league placings or anything. The only one I give a toss about is being above Arsenal, which we still could do. That's the only one I care about really. But everybody's obviously banging on about top 4 and everything. Do you reckon we'll get top 4 still?
We might scrape it, but I don't think it's a good idea, to be honest. Levy might think so because of the money, but I think we're better off in the Europa League. Everyone seems to tilt it now. They don't care anymore. Like when we used to go, it was a bit of a stigma about second-class league and all that. Now these other teams, Liverpool are in it. They look like they're going to win it, and they're going to be happy. You know what I mean? It's it's what people they're aiming for. Rangers give it a go, and West Ham, they're all up there trying for it and all that. It's not a stigma like it used to be 10, 12 years ago when we first had the heady heights of going in there, 2009, 10 or whatever, into the Champions League and where else. But Europa League, it's a cup, it's a trophy. Play a few more games, I think. But, I'd rather see us in there and doing well than being knocked out in the first round of the new improved Champions League, to me anyway.
Yeah.
Unless we go out and buy half a dozen new players again. So I can't see that happening.
Well, I think we could do that because we need some depth, don't we? We need a little bit of depth maybe in terms of squad players, because I think Ben Davies is brilliant as a squad player, but he's probably not going to be around for next season. Maybe might be his last. I don't know. Yeah, it's mid-30s now, and he's so. Not that that's old, Kev, obviously. So I think we need a couple of players, but I'm with Ange on the whole league thing. I just think we don't really pay much attention to that. We just keep going. We just keep trying to win and do what we do, and where we end up is where we end up. I think listening to Ange yesterday after the game, he said, we've just got to take this and learn from it and move on. Which is good, but it was good. It's also good that Sonny came out and said it was completely unacceptable, and how bad it was, and all the players are down, and we need like a big wake up call. So that was good. As much as I love Ange, he's not us, is he? He's not a Spurs fan like us. He doesn't. I don't think he feels like the agony of that.
No, lifelong commitment.
Yeah, and like the shock of it. The shock of it, that kind of thing. Like he probably gets that, but in terms of like you say, all the history of it and everything, he doesn't get it. But I think Son does, and I think it's good when the players come out and be honest, because you know what they're like, match of the day and what have you, and it's like, we've come in and it's disappointing, and obviously we'll go out, just the monotone and everything. And then Son, as captain, comes out and said, not good enough,
practically in tears, isn't he?
Just we're bang out of order and it's disgusting and all that kind of stuff. That's what you want. That's what you want a captain like that, because it I think it builds the fans and the players together more. We're going through it together, kind of thing.
Yeah. I get. I know it sounds dark, but we got cursed by the cliches again yesterday. I mean, I was watching an Australian Optus broadcast, with an English lady commentator. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I was watching the same one, I think.
Yeah, and she turned around and said, "Well, when Fulham have taken the lead, they're one of only 3 teams that have ever lost a game after that." I thought, that's it, we're stuffed. And there was another one later on. I thought, I don't believe it. What chance have we got now? It's like the one they said the other week. And Spurs never let a goal in from a corner. Within minutes, boom, it's in the back of the net. It's like, why do they do it to us?
They do it. Every commentator does it. It's like they can't help themselves. Like, he's got a penalty, and as he steps up to take this, they've not missed the penalty in the last 16 attempts. Oh, he's missed it. Oh,
that's it. Yeah, they curse us every time. Always. I mean, Fulham have got a few good players. Paulinho and Muniz. They've got quite a few there. The keeper's not bad, Leno, but we didn't really test him. Did we really test him at all? I don't think so.
Well, apparently we had 5 shots on target, but I don't really remember them, to be honest.
I don't remember that many.
No.
I was hard pushed to think of them. I couldn't bear watching it again, to be honest with you. But
oh God, no. I never watched highlights.
No.
Back when we lose.
No.
It's irritating because like you say, Fulham are good, but they're placeholders in the Premier League, aren't they? They're never going to win a trophy. They're never going to. They probably won't go down. They're just like what Aston Villa used to be for many years, like stuck right in the middle there, making up the numbers. They're not crap, but they're not brilliant, and they're there for taking. And I think Ange said yesterday, like this kind of thing happens to all the teams, and now and again, and today it happened to us, which is right. Do you think it's a one-off? Do you think it's going to be like?
They beat Arsenal, didn't they? Who else did they beat? City or something? I can't remember. They beat 2 good teams down there at the Cottage. So
but you always get that. Yeah, I think Luton have done something similar, but Sheffield United, but. You always get the freak results and all that kind of stuff, but it's like know your place. Do you know what I mean? Like you're supposed to just like do 20 draws on the trot and just the odd win and that kind of stuff. But
it was a hell of a beating yesterday. It was a hell of a beating. It's a lesson. Hopefully, lessons to be learned from that because if that 4th one was loud, that would have been whatever.
Yeah, but again, they're not better than us. They beat us yesterday, but that's because anybody would have beaten us yesterday. We were there for the taking, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the one Johnson missed he was offside anyway. That one in the second half, he fired it wide, but Timo should have scored that one. I mean, it was harder to miss than actually score it, wasn't it? It came right at the base of the post. That should have been in the back of the net. Yeah. So
well, I think he sees that very, very late. I think he
late,
it's still his fault, but I think he thinks the keeper's got it.
Yeah.
And then obviously it goes past the keeper's hand. And he's like, But he should anticipate, keeper's not going to get it.
Making excuses.
I still had faith when Werner and everything came on. I had faith that we were going to do it. Turn it around and everything. So I think it's still 1-0 at that point. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch all of the second half because I was getting ready to go out. But Richarlison came on. I switched off just as Richarlison came on. Did he have any decent impact at all?
He had one that he should have probably scored.
So usually
what it was now. Did he miss the ball completely or did he? I can't remember. I was disgusted by that anyway. I was like, just blow the whistle, ref, blow the whistle. What's the point? I said to the missus, because she watches with me now all the time because she's into it now. And I said, throw in the towel, lads, because it's 3-0 down with 5 minutes to go. We're doing nothing. Just throw in the towel and walk off the pitch because we can't do anything else. We're just up against it. It's one of them, no matter how much injury time. I think it's 7 minutes, wasn't it? But we weren't going to never get that back, whatever happened.
And we brought on people, we brought on players that when you were looking at how we were playing, you think, this just needs someone who's going to provide a spark, and then be the catalyst for the goals to fly in. And we brought on the people that normally would do that. Bentancur is brilliant. I think he tried. He tried a little bit, but again, he didn't really seem to cover a lot of ground.
Yeah.
I thought he would start, to be honest. I thought it would be,
It'd be nice to see him. I would like to see him start, and then if he fades by half time, get him off. That way.
Yeah,
because he's got so much to give to the game.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think he's one of the I suppose quite a few now that we've got that can create something out of nothing. And as Lo Celso as well, he's and Brian Hill, and I just thought, well, it's usually the other way around when Bentancur usually starts and then contributes a lot, and then when he's fading out due to again the fact that he's still not fully recovered, we bring people on like Lo Celso and stuff like that, and it completely changed it. But it seemed like no matter what Ange tried to do, just nothing
Subwise.
sparked.
Yeah. The heads had already gone by then, easily.
Yeah.
Including mine. Yeah.
I think Son's right. I think all the players need to have a word with themselves.
Yeah.
Need a big wake-up call. But you know what? I think it's a blip. I'm going to put it down as a blip, I think.
A blip.
It could be worse. It could be, against like Arsenal or something. You know what I mean? Can you imagine if that happened against Arsenal?
Yeah.
Or Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
it could be worse. I'm trying to look for positives. Me being the optimist, but I'm trying to look for positives.
Yeah. I'm looking at that run when we got to play Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Oh, was it Arsenal City and Liverpool? Sorry, beg your pardon. In a row, and I think we could quite easily lose all of them. We won't, I don't think, but we could quite easily. That's 9 points adrift straight away, and you got Man United behind you, they're banging down on the door.
They're still hanging around.
Yeah, I know. It's like a bad smell, and it's just there all the time, and they get these late equalisers or late winners, and they're still there. I don't know how, Right from the start of the season, they've been doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got we've got another banana skin up next, haven't we? Luton.
Yeah.
Next Saturday after.
Yeah.
So on the 30th.
Yeah.
I think that'll be. I think Son being captain. I think he'll give everybody kick up the arse, and that'll be the game where we put them to the sword. I think
it's only European players that are away this week, isn't it? I don't think Sonny's going anywhere, is he? For the fortnight?
I don't know. I've been trying to find out, but
yeah.
I think you're right. I think but I mean, everybody's on the break anyway, so
yeah.
But we know from previous interviews with Ange, he doesn't like having a rest, does he? He prefers the momentum and the continuity of playing games.
Yeah.
Which is right in a way, but I think if we'd have won yesterday, then I would agree with him. But I think with that loss and like the shock of it, the contrast to the Villa game, I think it's good that we're off, and it's just like a bit of reflection, I think.
I'll be watching West Ham today with interest, I suppose. They're playing Villa, so hoping for at least a draw out of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be watching the FA Cup game. Did you watch the? I don't know if you've seen the FA Cup quarterfinals, the Wolves game.
No, I gave it a miss, and then I turned it on, and it just finished. And I went, I can't believe I decided to give, because I was so busy yesterday, as I told you, and I came and sat down, a cup of tea, and I thought I should have watched this one. I bloody should have watched this one. Yeah.
It's an amazing advert for the FA Cup. Like if it was your job to sell the FA Cup to TV companies around the world, you take that game. That's all you'd need. Just
magical.
Stick that on the USB, take it with your laptop, and bug off around the world and sell it. It's amazing for us. For us as a Spurs fan, it's a bit of a contrast, because you've got Wolves, of course. They've got Matt Doherty, a former Spurs player, in there, and I think it's still officially, statistically, in terms of bad refereeing, they've had the worst decisions out of everybody. So I was kind of like half rooting for them. Yeah. And then you've got Coventry, who obviously, due to a certain FA Cup final, they stole an FA Cup from us. Mm-hmm. But obviously they're the underdog, so they're playing in Championship. So it was brilliant. And then Wolves played terribly. Matt Doherty, nobody had a good game in that Wolves side. And then
their fans must be gutted this morning. I probably feel more for them than I do for our lot, to lose to Coventry.
But they deserve to. They were absolutely terrible. If you ever get to watch the highlights, try and watch extended highlights or whatever you can on the BBC website. I will do. I can
get them on somewhere. Yeah.
There's a Coventry player called Sims, right, and he played really well. I think he scored a couple and provided one, I think. But before any goals were scored, I think he missed the sitter of the season. Like, it's the miss of the century. I can't overstate how bad this miss was. You've got to watch it. Anybody out there who loves to watch that and just feel better about all the misses, all the sitters that you've missed playing football, then Jesus, watch that. It's hilarious. But it had everything, and right up to the final whistle, you didn't know who was going to win. You just didn't know you couldn't call it. But I'm kind of pleased with Coventry. I mean, as long as they don't win, obviously the final, then that's fine. But I was chuffed for them yesterday, just for that one day. It was good. Yeah, and it really, really made me wish that we were still in it.
What can you say? Oh, I'm sure Jens would be spitting feathers this morning.
Yeah. So I should say for obviously those who missed the preview show yesterday, Jens is usually here with us, but he's got family stuff and people visiting from afar and what have you. So spending some time with the family, and big out to all the Jens family up there, over in Holland. I was chatting with Eugene yesterday, and I realised I don't think there's ever been on this show. I don't think there's ever more than one person from the same country. At any one time. I think it's literally everybody.
Bit of an international flavour. Yeah,
it's one of the most international Spurs shows out there, isn't it?
Yeah,
which is good. Right.
I don't know where we're going from here. We got Luton, as you say. If you stuff that one up, we should.
Yeah. I think we've got the time now. I think for either Ange or Sonny to meet with every single player and just say, "Look, can't happen again. Can't happen again. Don't do that again." I mean, we had no excuses yesterday. That's what I mean. You can't even blame one person or anything. Only one player. No excuses.
Is there any point in trying to pick a man of the match for yesterday?
Well, Vicario, I think Vicario doesn't get enough credit. He's just an amazing shot stopper. And he's got so much. He's such an improved player as well. You know, that whole bullshit earlier in the season, a few games back, with him being fouled and not given and goals going in because of it. Rather than whinge about that and say how shit referees are, which they are, and how bad the rules are and all that, he's thinking, right, I'm just going to come out and claim everything, and he does, which is really good. And I saw him yesterday when there's a couple of corners, and he's just shoving their players away from him.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he fired one in the back of the net, didn't he?
Yeah. And it's like he must have thought, well, if I'm not going to get a foul against me when they're obstructing me for obstruction, I'm just going to push them back because same difference.
Yeah.
And even when he sees shots late and they get deflected, he's down on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's got that advantage over Hugo Lloris, I think. Gets down a lot quicker.
Yeah.
I think God, like when you think, I don't know how long we've got him for. How long we've got him for? I think it's like, how long is his contract?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
I hope it gets extended. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What we got? 10 games to go.
Yeah. It should do. It should break the bank to keep people like that, and keep them happy. Yeah. A trophy or two along the way would help, obviously, but
Yeah. I mean, when you think back to when we got him, just before we got him, I was thinking it was just going to be another Levy cock up. He's just going to pay out stupid money for Raya, and it'll just not be worth the money at all. But we got ourselves a bargain. I like to think Levy hadn't fuck all to do with it, but
probably not.
But that was a lot of people going about Maddison and stuff like that, and in terms of best buys, but I think Vicario is right up there with the players that we've got in.
I think there's a few players out there that, if the team's playing well, they'll raise their game, but if they're all in the rut, they'll stay in the rut. There's no one there to sort of like drag them out of it, it's kind of to inspire, I'm not saying captain leadership or anything like that, but someone in the midfield that's just going to get you by the scruff of the neck and say, come on, when you're 1-0 down, you start then. You don't wait till you're 2 or 3-0 down.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying someone like Gallagher. I don't want to see Gallagher because he to me, he blows hot and cold. But something along that line, someone is a midfield dynamo that just doesn't stop running, shouting, screaming.
Well, Højbjerg usually does a lot of
he used to, and he played not bad yesterday when he came on. Yeah.
Like he came on last game as well and played all right. I think he
Yeah.
a bit trickery in the middle of the field there as well last game.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You can't. Everybody's just so tepid and timid and tepid and lukewarm. Just like it's Premier League, man. If you do that when we're 3-0 up, do you know what I mean? Like, just hold the ball and try and keep possession and all that. And we had the majority of the possession yesterday. Yeah, we had almost as many shots on target as them. There's nowhere specific you can pick at. Do you know what I mean? Just say, right, this is what happened. Which I suppose is the advantage of the international break. Andrew's got some time now to do that. To sit him down and say, look,
misplaced passes. I mean, Sonny brought one back and passed it, and it ended up in a goal. And I think, what are you doing? He screwed it right from the edge of their penalty area, run back to the halfway line, passed it, and in a blink of an eye, it's in the back of the net again. Well, yeah. Running up blind alleys half the time,
Yeah. We can't keep playing like that, man. It's we're not. The good thing is we know that's not how we usually play now. It's not what we're aiming towards. It's not like under Conte and everything where you think same thing is going to happen next week. It's not. I'm confident. I think we've seen enough Ange ball and what have you then to know that that's not gonna. It's not going to be the norm. Because we're still in a better position we have been in previous seasons, both in terms of league position and manager and everything and players. We should going forward. We should be 2 down because we've got. I think we've got more than what we expected in terms of every single aspect of our club. Like players. Look at the players that we've got. Look at the wins that we've had, and look at the league position that we had. Again, if it wasn't for those injuries, and fucking Chelsea, then we'd be right at the top of the league, probably clear by a couple of points. So we should focus on that as the bigger picture and think, we're a scary prospect for next season for every single team in the league.
Home or away. I think we usually play better away. I think that's the trouble.
Yeah, we prove we can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can prove we can do it. Because normally you go away from home, especially in the Premier League, you think, like a 2-1 win would be good here. That's a good result, or even a draw, depending on who you're playing. But then to win 4-0 away is against a team that's technically higher than you in the league. Is a brilliant result, and then we've literally on the other end of the spectrum yesterday.
Yeah,
bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Don't understand it.
I just checked while I was talking to you there. Vicario signed a 5-year contract. 19.5 million 5-year contract.
Superb. Let's make it 10.
Yeah.
Let's make it 20.
Whatever. Yeah, strange.
Right, mate.
You got a long wait till the next one.
Yeah, so we got 2 weeks. Saturday, 30th March, 3:00 kickoff. Luton Town at home. We should get back to winning ways. Let's demolish them. Do you know what I mean? Let's just absolutely demolish them.
Yeah.
I think with the personality of some of the key players like Maddison and Son, I think they'll be itching to, turn that around. Show the fans particularly. That
look at in the week, Luton 3-0 up and then they lose 4-3. It's just crazy, isn't it? That's a Spursy. That's what we've done against. We lost 5-3 against United and 4-3 against City. And City only had 10 men that day, didn't they? Because Joey Barton was sent off. 3-0 up and you throw it away. Whew. Yeah, I know.
Joey Barton's doing a lot of throwing away these days. Bizarre, man. Yeah.
Oh,
So what we got? What we got coming up, Kevin? Have you got it there? We've got Luton.
no, not handy. No, I haven't. No, but I can find it quickly. March fixtures, April coming up. Come on. Always on the go slow, would you believe? Here we go. West Ham away on the 2nd of April.
Win.
2nd of April, West Ham away. And then we got on a Monday, the 8th of April, Forest at home. Then the next one, we got Newcastle away. And then we got Tottenham v Man City on the 20th of April. Tottenham Arsenal on the 27th of April at home. And that's it for April.
So
I think there was talk about Man City were actually worried because I believe if they get, or they are through, if they get through, they're in the semi-final. That could be the date of the semi-finals. But if I got them, they're thinking our game will be postponed against them, and they're worried because they might have to play us the second last game of the season. Why would they be worried if they're having a tilt at the championship? You know what I mean?
Well, you know, because of history, probably. You know,
I know. Yeah,
we do very well against them.
It'd be probably one of the last places they want to turn up. You know, or they beat the Hoodoo. You know, but in the cup. But I suppose you wouldn't really want to go to Spurs the second last game of the season, would you?
Yeah, but both Man City and Arsenal are home, aren't they? We're at home, so
yeah.
It's definitely an advantage us. Yeah, the good thing I love about it is there's no pressure on us. You know, nobody expected us to be in this position fighting for a top 4 last season, or the season before that, or the season before that. So there's no pressure on us. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I was hoping for top 6. That was all. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would say top 10. So, I mean, it is like the FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? When you get the underdog team, not that we're an underdog team, but when you get like the underdog team, there's no pressure on them. You know, they don't have to win. The pressure's all on, the Premier League team to win. And it's the same with us. You know, we're in a mount mix. We know we're better than, most of these teams. We have this quiet confidence about us most weeks, where we just go and get the job done. You know, you look at especially Villa as well. You know, everybody's talking about us like, oh, it's gonna be a hard game there. Yeah, they've got points clear of you and all this kind of stuff. And we went there and with all the fireworks and everything that they had and all that, like trying to make it an intimidating atmosphere. And you just see that the players that were, even when they came out of the tunnel, and it's just like, right, let's get this done. We're just here to, there's quiet confidence about them now, which is good. It's exactly what we want. There's no panic. There's no, we're not scared of anybody. And I think that's all down to Ange, really, because, mind you, I think yesterday we could have done with a manager who was like,
proactive.
Like a Klopp, that would scream and shout and jump up and down on the touchline, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that would have done us some good yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But on the whole, I think I'm glad that it's almost like his personality is like changing the personalities of all the players. You know what I mean? Making them in his image. You know what I mean? Like that kind of calm, determined,
collected.
ruthless.
Oh no.
Well, mate.
Yeah.
I think. Unless you've got anything else, I think I'm just going to go and stick my head in a bath and forget that yesterday.
Got a lot of work to do, and I'll probably watch the West Ham game at 2:00. I think just for shits and giggles. But
it'd be nice to see them beat. I'll be watching the FA Cup game. Yeah, so I'm not sure if Jens wants to do a pod in between or not.
No, I don't know. No doubt I'll speak to him in the week sometime. They'll probably tell us what a great show we've done,
Yeah, hopefully. So everybody watching, if you're watching this either live or on catch up, if anything significant happens, we'll do a show about it. Because the way we've got it now is if Jens can't do it, I can do it. So we've got I'm like the super sub. Well, sub. So I can get it all organised. So we can do one theoretically whenever we want. So I'll tell you what we'll do. If there's something happens between now and 30th, newsworthy wise with Spurs, then we'll do a show then.
Yeah.
But if not, I guess we'll be back. That will be 31st for the next.
It's Easter weekend, I think, as well. Yeah, it's Easter weekend. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, 28th, 29th, something like that, whatever it is.
Well, I don't give a toss about Easter. It doesn't mean anything these days apart from chocolate.
No, you're right. Yeah.
I might just, if Jens can't do it, I might just come on. Well, even if you can do it, I might just come on and just spend the whole show just eating chocolate. That's what I might do.
Yeah, it's the 31st is the 2 weeks today. So I'm not doing anything. It's not a religious thing in this house. So even though it is Ireland, but it's not here. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it's is it kind of like a Catholic stronghold where you are?
Ireland, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most in Europe.
Yeah. Is it? I meant like in your area. Does it like?
Oh yeah, they'll have parades here and everything today. A lot of the neighbours got big Irish flags and tricolours in the front garden. You know, green, white, and gold's everywhere around here. But Mrs. said to me, "We'll have to get one." I said, "No, we won't." I mean, I'm Irish, but I don't go to the streets putting that dirty, great big flag. I mean, some of these are huge. There's one fella over the road. Ned, he's an old boy. He's about 5 foot tall, and the flag is twice the size of him. You know, I don't know. He got it up there.
Good on him. Good on him. I think if you're gonna do it, go all in. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Nice old boy. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. You don't look like you're in the best of sorts after last night.
It's probably been going to a lot of live music gigs. It's great.
You seem to enjoy it.
Lifestyle to have, but you know, the bigger one to go to, it's odds are someone's got a bloody cough or something everybody's gonna get.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't mind. Right, mate. We shall. If you're watching, like I said, keep an eye on our Facebook page, Ricky Villa TV, and we shall post in there. We'll keep you up to date, and like I say, if anything happens, we'll do a show about it.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, we shall, me, Kev, Jens, Eugene, and anybody else that wants to join in, we shall probably see you on the 31st, if not before. Yeah,
that sounds good.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot for joining in, Kev.
Have a good
St. Paddy's Day.
And a bank holiday tomorrow. Another line, but I don't get up early in the morning anyway because I'm retired. But it's just, yeah.
I've got a nice week off, so
good.
I don't have to get up. So it gives us even more time to reflect on a pretty crap performance.
Oh, I know. I'll be reflecting till next week. I know I will.
I'm gonna spend the rest of the day watching, getting every single YouTube clip I can of us thrashing Fulham. That's what I'm gonna do. Make myself feel better.
Yeah. Oh God.
So, until next time.
Until next time, guys. Come on, you lily whites. Cheers.